Something has to happen positive early in the game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucks, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a third and very long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Finding time. Look at the time. And this one complete to Julius Thomas.
Holding offense.
So on fourth down, the Dolphins will ask Matt Darr to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And wow, fortunately, he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. A gain of 6 there on first. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Evans has it left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, it's Drake. lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, 84 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running at that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Right back to Dre. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he finds Julius Thomas. And down to the 11. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards in the red zone this time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning it.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time.
And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive?
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. William Hayes, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the response? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second down, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Third and long for Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now they run with Sims. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
For me, that's an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield, and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that, and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more widely passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now Tannehill, deep drop, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. And he has Carew. And he's into the clear. The 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Leonte Carew, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we want you guys to a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here?
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. The first down throw for Winston. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now Jameis on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Winston. Over the middle to Evans. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And quickly, they get to the line. First and goal from the 5. Now Sims. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, so they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jones. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first and 10, Tannehill looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He's at the 50, 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Tannehill. And avoids the contact by sliding. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He goes underneath the Drake. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So we've reached the... And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, what a move. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Toss play to Sims. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the... blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On third down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
Now Winston. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Ready? Blue way. 550.
They'll throw again. Winston. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's 4th down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacting to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now Jameis on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a... jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
You got four. You got four. Ready. Blue lady. Hey, check flight 47. Check flight 47. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
And the back goes into motion.
Wait. Check 50.
Play clock winding down. Winston now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Ready. Blue lady. Let flow.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Switch.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. 3 yards left to grab here on third down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
False start. Offense. Still third down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Hey, blue.
To throw is Tannehill. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch left. Stop right there. Let's go now.
And the drive begins here with Sims. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Second down, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run here with Sims. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Flush to his right. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Back now in Miami. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Ready, blue ready. Easy. Slam. Sonic. Kill. Easy.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, Winston. And that will be incomplete as well. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
Cut in left.
They'll come out in the pistol. A first down throw for Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Again, they run with Sims. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Jameis on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll toss it out to Sims. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Winston to throw for it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did. Okay. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And this is incomplete.
Pass interference. Offense.
Maybe a little too aggressive that time, and instead of defensive pass interference, this one goes against the offense. So a loss of 5. And second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. One receiver to the left is Evans. Here's Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second down, Winston. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
7 yards remain now on third down. They come out here in the eye. Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. Right side caught by Jackson. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And it's caught by Parker. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The defense. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Defense.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. In motion comes the tight end left. Third and long for Winston. Under pressure, they got him again. And Ndamukong Suh. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Bang! Wide, 20!
Throwing now, Tannehill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. From the right hash, this from